I can't really pinpoint exactly where I came up with this scenario of this generation's different. Because a lot of people have said to me, well, what about after Vietnam? What about a rush to the Peace Corps? What about people wanting to volunteer then? Nothing's different. Or I've had people say to me, for generations and generations and generations, young men love to go and do something radical. That's their spirit. They go do something adventurous. I hear that, but I hear something different as well. I hear something post 9/11. People keep saying that phrase in conjunction with this drive to have purpose or meaning or figure out, like, why am I studying so hard? Why do you want me to follow the American dream? Why do I have to have a 401k by the time I'm whatever age? Well, with that, I just constantly am hearing that from this generation of kids who were teenagers during 9/11. And I just, following that trend, think, watching that scenario, I think there is something, it is really a drive to not have the perfect house and all the cars. Now, I won't say that's everyone, but there's something in their soul that is insanely real. And they don't even like talking about it being real. They just really want to experience things different than when I was growing up, And I'll hold firm to it. This generation's different. They want purpose. Big picture, let me say big picture, is I hope that somebody, somewhere, maybe not me, comes up with the formula that actually helps structure this next generation of kids who will want to help so badly but don't know how to get started, are too scared, it's too scary, and it is. You can't just go there. You don't just show up and start helping people. If you can't hand out money, you can't just hand out food. You walk into slums with food and you'll be beaten up by 300 little kids. One time we took some peanuts into the slums in Gilbert slums. I think this was Daniel's dumb idea. It could have been mine, but I want to blame it on someone else. We take these bags of peanuts into Gilbert slums, the Constant Gardener where that was filmed, sewage running everywhere. Literally within 30 minutes, there are kids everywhere. The entire slums knows we have peanuts. Just little tiny bags of peanuts that we can hand out. Hundreds of bags of them. At one point, I'm holding up these bags. These kids are attacking me, and I am feeling this pelting in my leg. And I look down, and there's this 4-year-old just beating me till my legs were so bruised. Just an example, you don't just show up and feed people. Your life is in danger. Sadly, it is. So there's got to be a structure and a right way and a way to a formula that we can come up with that's really helpful and not hurtful, because we've been hurting Africa for so long with all good intentions. We came across this girl literally dying in the streets, and her name was Annabelle. And the guys jump out of the car. Dan jumps out of the car. He gets this girl. They bring her in the van. Dan is holding her head together, literally. She has fallen off of a motorcycle and smashed open the back of her head. And he's holding blood up his arms, all down his body, just blood. I'm in the back of this van. Me and Adam are stuck in the back. We can't move. Dan's in the seat in front of us holding this girl together. She's going into convulsions. Eric's in the front. We get into the hospital. Eric jumps out to go get a gurney, go get some doctors, whatever. And he's gone. He doesn't come. He's not coming back. We're freaking out. Where's Eric? What is he doing? Anyway, Eric comes out and he goes, "No one cares." And I was like, "What do you mean no one cares? This girl's dying." We're all freaking out. Dan's calm, but I'm freaking out. And I'm like, "What do you mean no one cares? Go get a bed. Go get a push cart." He's like, "They don't care. I told them. They just said, so what?" So we get this girl in there. Anyway, long story short, Dan saves this girl's life. He holds her down, the doctor stitches up her head. We get her x-rayed. We keep her alive. Her eyes are rolling in the back of her head. She's going to die. Like, we just know she's lost so much blood. Eric and Adam have a real tough time dealing with it. They don't even go in the emergency room with the doctors at all. The nurses aren't moving. No one cares at all. Literally, they just handed me and Daniel some rubber gloves. We put them on, and we just went to work saving this girl's life. The doctor just takes these old scissors, not even sharp at all, cuts her hair barely off, and then plasters her skin flap back on her head and does these gigantic stitches. And no hemorrhaging, no check. So we demand an x-ray. They think we're doctors, which was really funny. We don't speak the language at all. It's our first week there. Well, after that, I never wanted to go back to the hospital. There was an entire emergency room of dying people, people who chopped off their hands, blood spewing everywhere, crazy things that I was like, I'm done. I don't want to come back here.